So I've been shooting some two-gun lately, and man, it it hasn't gone entirely smoothly. There's some spots here that are hard to watch. Let's get into it. So in this first stage, you had the option to start a swinger that you had to engage with your pistol. You had to activate the swinger with your pistol and then engage it with your rifle. I chose to do it one-handed here. They agreed that that was allowed. And I should explain, the rest of the stage is pretty much just a memory-based run-through of paper targets. And I should explain that this was I was first shooter, first stage of the day for me, and I was just a little bit nervous on this one. And you see me make a really big mistake here, where after I am done with rifle, I put it on safe and start to draw my handgun without dropping the magazine and ejecting the round in the chamber. So right off the bat here on the first stage, that's actually something I fully believe they very well could have and perhaps should have DQ'd me for. Right off the bat, they didn't choose to. The RO chose not to DQ me for it right there, but certainly it was a mistake that I did that, and I think that happened just because my nerves were all, it was all just caffeine and 2 hours of sleep. That's how I roll. My accuracy was a bit sloppy too, almost adding up to 20 seconds in penalties. We had to start the stage by shooting those paper targets whilst walking, which is not too hard with a dot pistol. Engaging rifle through 3 different parts of the barricade was fine. Nothing to report there. So on this long-range stage, which is a bit boring to watch anyone shoot, I'll talk about the optic I'm using. In a previous video, actually, you saw that I had the optic that I previously had on this gun completely broken. The lenses were all rattling around inside there. This new optic has a reticle I'm still kind of getting used to, and honestly, in the overcast conditions, I'm shooting at, small torso size 2/3 IPSC targets here at 1, 2, 3, and then for the bonus target 400 yards. It has a lot of stadia marks and reticle drop marks in there that are really, it's a very busy reticle is what I'm trying to say. And so some of these shots are just kind of me for almost the first time at range, really trying to internalize the reticle, in addition to it kind of being hard to actually make out on some of these targets out there through the natural terrain and just the overcast weather. So a little bit of a challenge here. Bonus. Oh, and I'm shooting 7.6239, which has the ballistic trajectory of a brick flying through, I don't know, a kiddie pool. Continuing on here, I thought I'd show the next match in the order that I shot those stages as well. This first one just had a stage shotgun and some pistol that was pretty normal, I think, for like a 3-gunner type practiced person to be able to use and run through effectively, so I did pretty well here.
Nice run.
So stage 1 here was where the wheels really started to falling off for me, in addition to me nailing a hostage target here on the right hand side with rifle. After I get up to the front, I'm having a little bit of difficulty hitting some of those range targets, and I don't really know why at this point in time. I'll explain more later. The RO actually does also call one hit prematurely, but I knew that I had missed, and so I go to make up the shot, and then of course I have to reload due to my own sloppy shooting there and running out of rounds in the magazine. and the reload didn't go super smooth. And then after that, I engaged some of the pistol targets in what I guess was a little bit of an unorthodox way. If you did some extreme angles, you didn't have to stop at as many places. And the RO calls out that I missed one of the steel targets, trying to get me to go back for it, and I kind of paused there. But anyway, I didn't have to go back for it. I didn't go back for it. It all worked out fine, but I was just a little bit mentally already thrown off by what happened already, and then further conversations didn't help. So.
I got it on video.
Knowing that I didn't do great in the stage before this, on this stage I'm kind of mentally trying to bounce back, and I do. It's a standards qualification drill type stage, and actually I kind of enjoy these sometimes. So not too much else to say there. You got bonus points for every hit in the what they were referring to as the really center zone of the scoring target. So that's why it's 21 seconds of bonus on this one. I do screw up a little bit here in that I should have remembered to rack the rifle earlier, or just not have downloaded a mag. I didn't need to download that mag. Alright, so this one is where the wheels really start to fall off for me here. I have to do a little bit explaining. So there are 3 targets between like 125 and 200 yards. I think there's 6, 8, and 10-inch plates. And you can only shoot at each one 2 times for each engagement. And if you don't hit it within 2 shots, it's a miss. And as I get down here, I start missing. I know where I'm zeroed. I know exactly where I need to be holding to hit these targets. And I'm trying to be careful and slow. And I'm still missing, and I do not know why. Only a few minutes before recording this voiceover, actually, I went and checked my notes, and it turns out that my zero, probably from taking the rifle in and out of the bag, my windage zero was 1.2 MRADs, or about 10 inches at 200 yards off. I suspect that was probably in play there. The uncapped turrets on my scope had probably just spun around there, and so I am just I am completely flustered and just mentally freaking out. This stage was bad. Also, with only 2 engagements, it was really hard to have enough time and data to correct on the clock here. Anyway, so on to the last stage here. Mentally, I'm a little bit flustered here. The RO tells me on the clock that I should have run inside the path, which you actually you didn't need to do, but just that's what the yelling back and forth there was. It's just a little bit of confusion there, and and of course mentally I'm already kind of thrown off from the last stage and not really knowing what was going on there. At these close range targets, I think I threw a few penalties. Who knows why? And then even I didn't follow my own stage plan here. At the very end, you'll see me elect to go run back for a target that I could have just leaned slightly to the left for. And in my plan, I was just going to lean to the left, and somehow I forgot it all by the end. So the wheels have fallen off. Truly, there are no wheels left. Yeah, what are you going to do? Anywho, always try to learn from your mistakes, grow and get better. It's always a little bit painful, but probably most importantly, just remember, never trust uncapped turrets.